Facing up to its colonial past, for the first time, Germany formally recognises that it committed genocide in Namibia. It promises over $1 billion in aid. It was a shocking chapter in Germany's colonial history. Now Germany has, for the first time, formally recognised that its troops committed genocide in what's now Namibia at the start of the 20th century. Germany has also apologised for the atrocities against the Herero and Nama peoples. It's agreed to pay $1.3 billion towards development projects in affected communities. The BBC's Tim Hewell has this report. A warning, you might find some of the images at the start of Tim's report distressing.
Germany colonised Namibia, then called Southwest Africa, at the end of the 19th century. When the Herero and Nama peoples later rose up against its rule, tens of thousands were executed or died of malnutrition or exhaustion after being driven into the desert or concentration camps. 80% of the Herero population and half the Nama are estimated to have died. But for decades afterwards, only the graves of German soldiers were marked, not those of Namibian victims. In 2018, skulls of victims that had been taken to Germany for now discredited research were returned to Namibia. Now, after more than 5 years of talks, Germany is formally asking for forgiveness from victims' descendants for committing genocide.
Unser Ziel ist es, einen gemeinsamen Weg.
Our goal is to find a joint pathway to genuine reconciliation and to commemorate the victims. To that end, we acknowledge what happened in what is today called Namibia during the German colonial era, including the atrocities that occurred between 1904 and 1908, and call it what it is. We officially recognise this as a genocide. We acknowledge our historic responsibility.
In atonement, Germany's agreed to pay $1.3 billion over 30 years to Namibia, money intended to be spent in Herero and Nama communities to provide infrastructure, healthcare and training.
Germany, ruthless Germany!
But many Herero and Nama are still angry.
We, the descendants, we want the real restoration.
We do not have land. White people are in possession of the land.
Some of their leaders reject the deal. They say the funds are insufficient and they were denied the right to negotiate directly with Germany. Above all, what many Herero and Nama wanted was to get back the land taken from them by German colonists. For most, though, that will remain a distant dream. Tim Hewell, BBC News.